Welcome back, guys, to the Max Out Show. So today, let's discuss goal setting and happiness, and specifically why the way you set and measure your goals may actually be sapping away your energy, your motivation, and your happiness in life. Now, generally speaking, the science is very clear on the fact that people with specific and measurable and inspiring goals are happier, healthier, and more successful in life. Why? Well, an undirected and aimless mind will always be occupied by its basic impulses, by an addiction to distraction, by a need for immediate gratification, by these dopamine-driven pursuits that feel good in a moment but don't actually make us happy long term. And so if we don't direct our mind, what that simply means is we're always going to be in this trap of seeking immediate gratification. We're never going to actually go after long-term goals and dreams and the things we truly want. And thereby we create a lot of frustration, a lot of sadness, a lot of depression oftentimes because we just feel deep down inside that we're not actually fulfilling our truest potential. And so if you want to be happy in life, if you want to be motivated, you've got to have goals. But that being said, there's a huge trap that many people fall into when it comes to measuring their progress towards their goals that actually keeps them from getting this happiness boost. And so there's really two ways to measure progress towards your goals. The first one is really measuring the gap between where you are today and where you want to be tomorrow. Meaning the space that you have to grow into, how far you still have to go. And so, as you can imagine, you might run into problems if you do that. Why? Because if you, for example, you've never really run before and you say, I want to run this marathon, or you suddenly want to create this incredible diet for yourself, you want to achieve this business goal, and it's so far away, meaning you have such a big, inspiring dream. Well, that's great, but what happens is when we start measuring our progress against this great, grand ideal is we're so far away, right? So you make a little progress today, right? You're really moving towards your goal, right? You start running, you start eating right, you start, really moving towards your goal. But no matter how much progress you make today, you're not gonna move much towards this grand thing and really the large scale of things. And that can be really frustrating, right? It can be really demotivating. It can really sap our energy away because we feel like no matter how much I give today, no matter how much I try today, well, the gap is still so large. And so oftentimes, measuring the space between where you are and where you want to go is not actually the best way to accurately measure progress in a way that makes you come alive and makes you feel excited. And so a much better way to do this is actually measuring the space between where you are and where you were in the past. Meaning, if you can measure your progress on a daily basis and just ask yourself, how far did I come today? Or how far did I come last week? Or how far did I come last month? What you're going to see is all of the amazing pieces of progress that you've added up over time. And that way you can see this trajectory. You can see how far you've already come, how much you're already moving in the right direction. And what research shows is that this, what's called progress principle. Teresa Amabile from Harvard Research has done the studies on this. And what she has found is that the single most engaging and motivating factor for people at work is the amount of progress that they make towards goals that are meaningful to them. Meaning it's not, how far am I towards the goals? It's looking back and seeing how much have I progressed today? What have I done today that will make me better, make me closer to the version I want to be? And so really what I want to suggest to you here is that instead of always measuring your progress based on how far you are away to your goals and hey, it's only, 100 days, it's 80 days only, measure your progress based on how far you've already come, on how much progress you've made today and yesterday and last week and last month and last year. Because by doing that, what you're going to see is all of the amazing things they've already done. Your confidence is a byproduct of successful behavior. Meaning, whenever we act successfully, whenever we make some progress, whenever we do something good, and we deliberately focus on that and track that, we gain confidence in our lives. We also gain engagement, we gain motivation, we gain inspiration and happiness. And so guys, this is really a challenge for all of you guys today to really think about the way that you're measuring progress in your life and ask yourself, well, am I measuring the gap between where I am and where I want to go? Or am I measuring really how far I've already come? All the amazing piece of progress that I've already made. Because when you start doing that, you not only gain more happiness, you also gain more motivation in your life. All the best, guys, and see you soon.